Once, in a mountain village surrounded by winding paths and sharp cliffs, there lived a young man named Daniel. He was 25, strong in body, but restless in spirit. From dawn until dusk, his thoughts never gave him peace. He worried about mistakes he had made in the past, about the future he could not control, and about the opinions of those around him. Each day he tried to silence the noise by working harder, running faster, distracting himself with endless tasks, but the storm inside him only grew louder. Nights were worse. Lying awake, staring at the ceiling, he felt the weight of an invisible burden pressing down on him. More than anything, Daniel longed for calm, but it always seemed far away, as if peace was a mountain he could never climb. One morning, while helping his father carry firewood, Daniel heard a group of travelers talking about a wise hermit who lived deep in the hills. They said this hermit had once been a teacher in the city, a man who understood the secrets of the mind and knew how to tame the wildest thoughts. People whispered that those who visited him returned lighter, calmer, as if they had left their storms behind. For Daniel, the words sparked something stronger than curiosity. It was hope. That night, as he stared at the stars, he whispered to himself, "I must find him. Maybe he holds the answer I've been searching for." At dawn, Daniel packed a small bag of food and water and set off. The road was steep and filled with stones. The air grew colder as he climbed, but his determination pushed him forward. Days turned into nights, nights into days, until finally, after a long journey, Daniel reached a clearing where a small hut stood, surrounded by silence. In front of the hut, an old man was sitting quietly, his hands resting on his knees, his eyes closed, as if listening to something deeper than the world around him. Daniel approached carefully, his heart pounding. "Master," he said softly, "my mind is restless. I cannot find peace. I am trapped in the noise of my thoughts. Please, teach me how to quiet them." The old man opened his eyes, calm and steady, as though he had already been waiting. He studied Daniel for a moment, then rose slowly and walked to the edge of the clearing. There he picked up a small stone from the ground and placed it in Daniel's palm. "Do you wish to learn?" he asked. Daniel nodded eagerly. "Then listen, carry this stone to the top of the hill behind my hut. But there is only one rule. With every step, you must place the stone on the ground, look at it, then pick it up again and take the next step. One stone, one step. Do this until you reach the top." "Ooh," Daniel frowned. The task seemed strange, even pointless, but he had come too far to refuse. He gripped the stone tightly and began. At first, impatience filled him. The hill was steep, and stopping at every step made the journey painfully slow. He wanted to rush, to finish quickly, but the rule forced him to pause, bend, place the stone, pick it up, and move on. After the first few minutes, he muttered to himself, "This is ridiculous, I'll never finish." But as the minutes stretched into hours, something unexpected began to happen. His thoughts, which usually ran in every direction, started to quiet. The rhythm of the task, the sound of the stone touching the earth, the pause, the lift, the next step, became steady, almost like the beat of a drum. His breathing matched the movement. His impatience slowly faded, replaced by a strange calm. The world around him, the birds, the wind, the distant sounds, began to blur, and all that remained was the stone, the step, the moment. By the time Daniel reached the top of the hill, the sun was setting, painting the sky in shades of gold and crimson. He placed the stone on the ground one last time and sat beside it, breathing deeply. For the first time in his life, his mind felt quiet. The storm was gone. In its place was silence, not empty, but full of peace, of presence, of clarity. When he returned to the hut, exhausted but glowing with a new energy, the old man smiled. "Tell me," he asked, "what did you discover?" Daniel paused, searching for the right words. "I realized that peace is not in rushing, not in forcing my mind to stop. It is in focusing on the step in front of me. When I gave my attention to the stone, the noise disappeared. The storm inside me faded." The old man nodded. "That is the lesson. Life is like the hill, filled with challenges and noise. If you try to carry the whole climb in your head, you drown in anxiety. But if you give yourself to one step, one moment, one stone at a time, you find peace. Do this every day, and your storms will quiet." Daniel bowed deeply, gratitude shining in his eyes. He had traveled far to find the hermit, but the true journey had been within himself. As he walked back down the hill the next morning, he carried not just the stone, but a new way of living. Every time his mind began to race, he whispered to himself, "One stone, one step." And with that, he returned to the present. Now think of your own life. How many times do you try to carry the whole mountain on your shoulders? How often do you drown in thoughts of yesterday and fears of tomorrow, forgetting the single step you have now? The story of Daniel is a reminder. Peace is not found in reaching the summit. It is found in the way you walk, step by step, stone by stone. If this story touched you, leave a like and share it with someone who may be climbing their own hill. In the comments, write one stone you want to carry with focus today, just one step you want to give your attention to. Your words may help another traveler on their path. And don't forget to subscribe, because every week we share new stories, new lessons, and new ways to quiet the storm inside. Life will always present mountains to climb, but as Daniel discovered, the secret is not to conquer them all at once. It is to place your attention on the stone in your hand, the step under your feet, and the breath in your chest. When you do that, the mountain no longer feels impossible. It becomes a path of peace,